All right, guys, welcome back to the product showcase, and we're joined by DV8's newest national staff member, Mr. Matt Ogle. Matt, welcome to the team.
Thank you.
So, being the newest national staff member, you must be pretty excited about all those brand new releases we're seeing brand new right here on the floor at the product showcase. What have been the two that have been kind of your go-tos that you've seen from the new things?
Well, there's so many that are just great pieces on all of our lines here. My favorite two would be the Creed and the Rumor. They just complement each other so well. You know, those are what I've been throwing here lately.
Now, you said that you used these this past weekend. What shot were you on, and what did you see out of these pieces?
Well, I was actually back home at the Louisville Derby tournament. It was just a typical house pattern with a little twist to it. And I started with the Creed, and then when it started getting a little too over-under, I went to the Rumor, and it gave me the smoother reaction in the mid-lane, controllable, and then continuation to the pins.
So, with these two new pieces, you're saying they fit really nicely together. If you were to tell a newer bowler, you know, two pieces to pick up, it sounds like you're saying that these two would be really good to put together a two-ball arsenal.
Absolutely, it'd be a great piece. Two great pieces to start with, even just for league bowlers and tournament bowlers as well.
Awesome. All right, well, we're going to take it to show you Matt throw a couple shots here, and we'll join you once again here at the product showcase at Clarksville. All right, so let's take a look at the new stuff we've got here. Now, first, right at the top here, we've got the Pit Bull. Now, the original Pit Bull was a monster, strong monster. Tell me about the Growl.
Yeah, the original Pit Bull was like you were saying, Rob. It is a monster, and it was definitely, you know, if you needed big hook on heavy oil, this was it. So what we decided to do with the new Pit Bull Growl was give it more angle and more back end. So we changed the formulation on the cover stock. We got about 3 to 4 more feet of length, but we didn't want it to be less hook. So we increased that back end to make it kick harder on the back end. You get about the same amount of total hook, if not more total hook with the Pit Bull Growl, because if you've got that back end, that Pit Bull Growl is just going to bite on that back end and just run them over.
Well, that's sweet. Now, when we were talking to Matt Ogle, the newest national staffer, he was saying that this Rumor and this Creed were probably the best 1-2 punch he's seen in a long time. You could actually almost make a two-ball arsenal just out of those two. So why don't you tell me a little bit more about the Creed first?
Yeah, the Creed is kind of a new piece, you know, on our high-performance price point. New nameplate for us. I mean, if you look at it, look at that fantastic color. Ball looks beautiful.
It is absolutely beautiful.
One of the things we decided to do though also was change the core design. So some cores, if you look at them, they have kind of a lot of the volume, or a lot of the mass of the core is towards the top of the pin. Some cores, they have a lot of that mass around the equator, or around our bellies, we kind of call it. This one here is a little different, which has a lot more of the mass of the core below that equator. And what we found is we did a test that we took the Vandal core and actually flipped it upside down. And we found from that you get more continuation on the back end, because a lot of that volume was now towards the bottom. What it does is it helps pull the ball around the corner. That gravitational rotation of the ball and the revolutions pulls that ball towards the inside, and that's why you'll see more continuation on the back end.
I know at the product showcase, I also saw the way it read the mids was very different from what I've seen from DV8, and it was very, when it turned that corner, it was just beautiful, just nice sweeping motion.
Right, right. And that's with what you're going to see with that Creed. We wanted to increase that back end motion but give you that control too.
All right, so now the second piece, the Rumor. Tell me more about this guy.
Yeah, now the Rumor's that, like Matt was saying, it's a special piece. So one of the things we did was, this is going to replace our Deviant line where we had the original Deviant and the Deviant Pearl. The Rumor's a new model in there. And like all DV8 balls, what we try to do is we try to push that break point down the lane a little farther, just so you can get the best skid snap out of DV8. With that though, this one, the cover stock base, is that same cover stock base that was on the XO, Diva XO, which most of you know, that was pretty good skid flip. One of the things we did was, though, we increased that additive to give it just a little bit more teeth. Yes, yeah, and give you more motion. Is we've got this new ball with even more bite than the Diva XO.
That is unreal. All right, I'm excited to throw this one. Now, we got one left. There is no secret that I am a huge fan of the original Freak Show. And the Solid was a perfect ball for me to go to if I needed it to come a little bit closer to me, have a little bit more bite. Tell me about the Freak Show Flip.
Well, Freak Show Flip, this is kind of the third one in that, release. And, for the longest time, at that lower price point, we didn't really have a ball that flipped. It was more about, kind of control, smoother ball motion and some more type of, total hook. So what we decided to do was finally put a big flipping ball at a lower price point, and man, this thing it's an animal. It's a monster.
That is not an understatement. At the product showcase, I could throw it out, and when it saw friction, it was like just turned sideways.
Yeah, part of it is we have a similar cover stock base, the same cover stock base here, but a similar additive package. This one's definitely got more skid flip in it. This one here, it's got a little bit earlier roll, and that's what you'll see the difference between these two balls.
Well, that is awesome. Like I said, I am so excited to get home and drill these up because I know they're on their way. I want to thank you guys again for giving us access to this and letting us review everything. So thank you so much, Billy.
You got it, Rob. Thank you for everything you guys do for us.
All right, guys, that about wraps it up for another show. If you like what you saw this episode and want to find out more, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at Laneside Reviews or click below.
You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel or click on the box. Or if you missed our last video or just want to watch it again, you can click on the other box.
And don't forget you can pick up any of the jerseys you see in our videos by using this coupon code at logoinfusion.com. So until next time, guys, we'll see you laneside.